Music gives a soul to the universe, wings to the mind, flight to the imagination, and life to everything. This is a quote by Plato, and this helps to show how music is a really important part of our everyday lives. Music is a very integral piece of our modern day society, and it's been around for a very long time. I know personally I haven't gone a day without listening to music in a very long time, whether it's through my playlist, somebody else's playlist, somebody singing, social media, or through the school I go to. Music is really important and it's around us every single day. And in saying that, knowing how it affects you and impacts your brain can be very useful and helpful for you. So my purpose today is to inform on the topic of how music affects the brain. And I'm fit for this speech because I've researched many different sites and I've learned a lot about this topic. Music affects almost every aspect of the brain, and it can give way to a lot of different responses, whether that's emotional, cognitive. It can also release different chemicals in the brain. Music impacts you a lot, and it affects our brains in many different ways. So to summarize my main points, first I will talk about how music can affect your brain chemistry. Next, I will talk about how it can improve cognitive functions and just affect cognitive functions overall. And finally, I'm going to dive into how emotional well-being can be impacted by the genre of music you listen to. So first off, music affects brain chemistry. Listening to music can release a chemical called dopamine, which can increase motivation. And this chemical dopamine is also known as the happy chemical by a lot of people because it's very uplifting and gives happiness when it's released in the brain. And also, listening to music is proven to lower cortisol levels, which aids in allowing the brain and body to relax more. So, according to the 2022 study, How Does Music Affect the Brain? Music can relieve stress and also boost dopamine levels by lowering cortisol levels, which aids in relieving stress. Next, music can increase cognitive functions. So, listening to music is shown to improve memory. And studies have shown that listening to music improves your memory and your learning overall. It also affects your focus. So, listening to music is proven to increase productivity or efficiency. So if you listen to music while doing work, it will increase your efficiency and productivity. And music can also increase your creativity overall. And according to the 2025 study, Your Brain on Music, How Tunes Can Affect Your Mind, music can preserve and improve your memory, and it can also enhance creativity and improve and lengthen focus. Finally, listening to music helps to boost your emotional well-being. So, listening to music can regulate your mood, and listening to music evokes a lot of different emotions and it helps to regulate them. On the other hand, some music can bring your mood down, and it's been shown in several studies that people who listen to sad music while they're sad have been reporting that it lowers their mood even further. And according to the 2024 study, Cognitive Crescendo, How Music Shapes the Brain Structure and Function, music has been shown to have a high success rate in treating depression and anxiety. So it's shown that music is a really big part of helping treating mental illnesses. And this is really important because a lot of people struggle with these specific mental illnesses, and knowing that listening to music can help improve mood in that sense is really useful. It can also affect your social connections. So having shared connections and experiences with music can strengthen empathy and your social bonds. For example, if somebody compliments your music taste or compliments a song you're listening to, it can help improve your mood, one, but also gives you common ground with somebody else. and social connections almost always improve mood. On the other hand, if somebody says something bad about your music or says something negative in general about what you listen to, that can also decrease your mood and change the way you think about your music. According to the 2015 study, 4 Ways Music Strengthens Social Bonds, music plays a big role in strengthening empathy overall. So, in conclusion, music affects brain chemistry because it can release different chemicals in the brain, whether that's lowering cortisol levels or releasing dopamine to the brain. Music has a big impact on your brain chemistry. It also can increase your cognitive functions because listening to music while working can help improve productivity and efficiency. And it can also improve creativity and focus, memory, just a lot of different cognitive functions like that. And it can also improve or decrease your emotional well-being. So if you have good experiences with music or listen to uplifting music, your brain will release a lot of like different chemicals like dopamine, which in favor release or allows your mood to be more uplifted. Also, on the other hand, listening to more sad music or music that lowers your mood will have a negative effect on your brain overall. Once again, music connects the brain and can trigger many different responses in your brain, whether it's emotional, cognitive, chemical reactions in the brain. Music connects your brain and impacts it a lot. And music can be very beneficial to the brain and its development, whether that's negative or positive. And now that you know that, what will you do with music and how will you use it?